Welcome to Explain the Charts. Today, August 11th, 2025, we're focusing our lens on SPY, the S&P 500 ETF, to provide you with a comprehensive technical and fundamental overview. Let's start by looking at the daily chart, which provides a broad perspective of SPY's performance over the past year and a half. As we analyze the news, it's clear the market is buzzing with anticipation. Reports indicate that Wall Street is eyeing more records, and with the S&P 500 index already showing an impressive 8.63% year-to-date change and over 20% in the last year. This bullish sentiment is certainly reflected in the long-term uptrend we see. We're also hearing about crucial inflation data and China trade talks expected this week, which could introduce volatility or reinforce current trends. Notably, Fundstrat's Tom Lee is making headlines, predicting new all-time highs for the S&P 500 in August 2025. Forecasting the index could climb to 7,000 mid-year before settling around 6,600 by year-end. For SPY, this would translate to levels of roughly $700 and $660 respectively, offering significant upside from current prices. This positive outlook is further supported by expectations of Federal Reserve accommodation as inflation eases and potential pro-business policies from President-elect Donald Trump. Now, let's zoom in on a critical period from our daily chart, the sharp correction we witnessed in April 2025. You can clearly see a rapid decline from highs around $560 down to approximately $481. This aligns perfectly with news reports mentioning the S&P 500 falling below its 20-day moving average for the first time since late April, breaking a significant streak. This roughly 14% drop was a major test of market resilience. However, the quick V-shaped recovery from the $480 level demonstrates robust buying interest and a strong underlying bullish bias. The subsequent rally has propelled SPY back towards its previous highs and into new territory, validating the prevailing long-term uptrend. Transitioning to the one-hour chart, let's examine the price action from July 21st to July 29th, 2025, to gain insights into the short-term dynamics during this period. We can observe SPY trading within a relatively tight range, with noticeable resistance around the $637.50 level and support forming near $634. The volume throughout this hourly data suggests consistent trading activity, though without any explosive spikes. This consolidation phase shows buyers attempting to push prices higher while encountering consistent selling pressure at resistance. A clear break above $637.50 in this time frame would have signaled continued upward momentum, while a fall below $634 would have pointed to a potential deeper pullback. Now, let's shift to the 15-minute chart, covering the most recent trading days from August 6th to August 8th, 2025. This granular view shows how SPY moved during the latest trading sessions, with the price consolidating around the $632 to $634 range for much of August 6th and 7th. We can see a significant upward move on August 8th, especially around the 1341 Universal Time Coordinated Candle, where price surged from $634.16 to $635.77 with increased volume. This rapid ascent confirms strong buying momentum, pushing SPY towards its current highs. The current price is at $638.60, a new high in our provided data, indicating that the market is indeed looking for more records as the news suggests. The immediate support on this time frame appears to be around $636, while the new high acts as immediate resistance as the market discovers new price ceilings. Returning to our one-day chart for a broader perspective, the long-term trend for SPY remains unequivocally bullish. The successful bounce from the April 2025 low near $480 established a very strong long-term support level, making any retest of this area highly significant. Intermediate support can be found around the $600 psychological level, which previously acted as resistance before being decisively broken. The current resistance is at the new all-time highs, around the $637 to $639 area based on our most recent data. A sustained breakout above these levels, especially with strong volume, would confirm continued upward momentum and open the path towards Tom Lee's targets of $660 and eventually $700 for SPY. Conversely, a rejection from these highs could see SPY retesting the $630 support zone and potentially the $600 level if bearish sentiment prevails. For short-term trading, watch for confirmation of breakouts or breakdowns on the 15-minute and 1-hour charts, paying close attention to volume as an indicator of conviction. Long-term investors should monitor global economic indicators and upcoming Fed announcements for any shifts in the fundamental landscape. If inflation data this week comes in softer than expected, it could provide a significant tailwind, while a hawkish surprise or negative news from China trade talks could trigger a pullback. To recap, SPY currently stands at $638.60, having recently achieved new highs within our dataset. The bullish case, reinforced by analyst predictions and a strong recovery from the April dip, suggests continued upward potential, with a high likelihood of testing the $640 to $650 range in the short term, and potentially pushing towards $660 to $700 in the mid to long term, provided positive macroeconomic conditions persist. This scenario is reinforced by favorable inflation trends and supportive fiscal or monetary policies. However, the bearish case, while less likely in the immediate term given current momentum, becomes more probable if SPY breaks below the $630 support, especially on high volume, indicating renewed selling pressure. A deeper correction could find support at $620 or, significantly, at the $600 psychological mark. Keep a close eye on the upcoming inflation data, Federal Reserve commentary, and any developments from the U.S.-China trade talks. These events are key catalysts that could either propel SPY to new heights or initiate a more significant pullback. Always remember to manage your risk and consider various scenarios when making trading decisions.